Oh, thank you. It looks like we have a rather shortish agenda today. I'm seeing that I should remind everyone to feel free to check out issues and PRs and review them. I have a quick update on HTTP metrics, which is I've made a PR with regards to a new way of doing HTTP metrics. Feel free to check it out. There's still a bunch of work that needs to be done to make it like ready to use in a real setting, such as expiry of metrics. But I'd be interested on people's thoughts if they want to use it. Amelia isn't here, but would like help at some point in the future with setting up teams. I think that's mostly handled with the CF community repo. Does anyone know which repo has the permissions these days?
Yeah, that repository should have here. Drop it in Slack. That's at least got all of the approvers and tech lead and whatnot listed. So that should be the sort of single source of truth for all that.
I thought there was a different source of truth that set repository and teams permissions.
Perhaps. It would be in this repository, certainly. I'm just not quite sure where. There's in the TOC folder, there's roles, maybe?
It's the org folder for cloudfoundry.yaml.
Ah.
I believe if you want permissions to repos, that's the current way of setting up permissions.
Oh, right, perfect.
I can link that. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say, does it show up in the recording? I don't know.
The chat links, no.
Oh, okay. But it's in the Cloud Foundry community repo under orgs. Is there anything that we could do better as a group? Well, if you think of anything, feel free to post it in the app working groups channel as well. I see a new item for some few orphaned Cloud Foundry Incubator repositories.
Yeah, these were, I believe, still active repositories that are in the Cloud Foundry Incubator that probably should be transferred over to Cloud Foundry and added to this working group. If not, they should be archived. But just one, if people have any context into these, or won't feel one way or another. This isn't urgent, but we're trying to deprecate the Cloud Foundry Incubator org. So these should, if they're still actively being maintained, they should get moved over to Cloud Foundry, and then they should be added to the charter of the working group. We don't need to necessarily figure out all of those right now, though. I just wanted to add those in.
Right.
I can also post this in Slack, and I don't think we need to go through this as a group or anything, but I can post this in the Slack channel as well.
For sure. I can say something about Logregator tools, which is to say it's just kind of a like set of random apps. I don't think I use it that much at this point anymore.
Okay.
But I don't know how much people use it at all. And Gore Orchestrator, I don't have a lot to say on it, but I know it exists.
Okay. I'll put it in Slack, and if I mean basically if we can ascertain that these are still being maintained and used by anyone, we'll put in a PR to have them added to the working group and transferred over. Otherwise, I'll just archive them, which of course we can always undo if someone complains.
I don't think either of the bottom two are maintained per se, but they might be used.
Okay.
Is there any other agenda items that people wanted to bring up or anything people wanted to mention?
I will say that I've just added March and April meetings to the calendar. I haven't sent out invites for those yet, but I'll do that after this meeting. It's a little tricky doing meetings when they alternate times month to month. So I'm just going to do separate invites for each meeting. And hopefully, yeah, you'll all get those for March 2nd and April 6th. But I'll send that out after this call.
Can you tell which kind of help Amelia wants for this work about GitHub Teams?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
Because I have some background with GitHub and in our SAP org, so maybe I can support her, but not with a lot of time. But if she needs some input or discussion or ideas, then I can of course help. I don't know exactly what needs to be done.
So I think the plan was to use some automation that Ruben on the Foundations working group has been working on to like parse a YAML file of who's where in what group and what repos are associated, and roll out permissions that way. So I'm not sure if it's related to that or if it was like just compiling the lists of everything,
Yeah.
or what.
So I'm not sure it's more about the content or about automation development, or about general questions about GitHub Teams and access rights on branches and so on.
But I think we can, I mean, if you want to half volunteer, I can half volunteer, and we can both work with Ruben to figure out what's going on.
Why not? Yeah.
Cool.
Not this week, I think. But
okay.
Yeah, but I can have a look.
Perfect.
So we don't go into the HTTP metrics proposal today, I guess. We just notified Silvestre, who is from the application autoscaler, and they're making use of the Go router metrics. So, and just notified him. He's also now on the call today. But I think Silvestre, we will have a look at this change now.
I think hopefully it should be a lot easier to use in terms of autoscaling.
Yeah.
Although I don't know. I don't know if you've looked into things, the use of the ability to take quantile measurements is something that very much confuses me. And I feel like I don't have the mathematical background to understand. Cool. Well, if no one has anything else to bring up, that's our meeting, I think, isn't it? Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks all.
Thanks all.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Ben.
Bye-bye.